First of all, I want to thank you, Gigi, for everything that you're doing and everything that your team is doing, and as well as welcome everyone who is already an ambassador with JM Ocean Avenue or maybe just joining us for the first time. So I'm really glad to have this time with you. A couple things that Gigi mentioned, and I always like to reinforce, is that the 2-Minute Miracle Gel, it is true, that will always be our keystone product. That is always going to be the attention grabber, the door opener, the exciting product, the hook product. That is always going to be the one thing that is going to draw someone, reel them into the brand, because seeing is believing. And when you can demonstrate that product in 2 minutes, you've got somebody interested. Most likely you probably got a customer out of that, but you have them interested. But what that 2-Minute Miracle Gel so brilliantly does is really set up the rest of our treatment plan. Now, since I was on television in the United States, ever since I started on Home Shopping Network, I was always known for someone who simplified skincare. So really that's still my main focus and commitment. As you will hear me speak, all of our products are multitasking products. They're standalone products in the fact that they are made to be used as a system, but if someone is already using their own system of products and want to slowly integrate the ice elements, there is nothing in our formulas that will compete or interfere with anything else that they're using. Now, this is important because as you talk to someone about their skincare and you say to them, I've got some great products, you might find someone that says, well, I already have a product line I'm using, and your answer should still be great, because if they're not seeing the results of firmer skin, and that's what I like to ask them. What are your issues? What are you seeing? What do you wish you could change about your skin? And I can tell you probably 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, you will hear the same things. Age spots, brown spots, pore size, sagging, wrinkles. They really all follow the same pattern. So what we did is I made sure to design products that are easy to use in a system, but that have very specific intended beauty benefits. The 2-Minute Miracle cleanses, tones, exfoliates, primes, sets up the skin. Now the newest introduction, which is our Radiance Brightening Souffle and our also C5 Youth Renewal Serum, are unbelievable additions, and that's what I want to talk about, because first of all, the feedback that we're getting is everything I hoped it would be, and I knew it would be. Because the benefit that I've got is that I used the base, some of the base of these products over the last 9, maybe 12 years. So I knew the kind of things that appeal to our customers. I knew the textures that they wanted to feel. I knew the benefits they wanted to achieve. I knew the scent that is most pleasing to everyone globally. So we really were able to now take these base formulas, the things that I've had history on. So these are new introductions to JM Ocean Avenue ice elements, but they're not new introductions to me as a formulator. These are something I've had the time and ability to be time tested. So with the Radiance Souffle, I want to go through a couple things that are really important. And Gigi, give me thumbs up. I'm sure you can still hear me on this, right? I just always like to make sure. Okay, good. You know, when you're talking to that little eye on the computer, sometimes it gets unnerving. You're wondering, is there anybody able to hear you? So thank you for confirming. The Radiance Souffle. First of all, it's important to know that the biggest growing segments in skincare, we're in a great industry. We're in anti-aging, and I don't care what age you are, men and women, or everybody's concerned about aging. We're in a great business. But the top segments right now that are leading the growth going into the next few years are skin lightening and brightening, and also the men's skincare category. So we're in an ideal position because we're able to address both. When you talk to someone about the Radiance Brightening Souffle, the few key things you want to talk about are skin discoloration, uneven skin tone, sun damage, age spots, discoloration of the skin from post-acne scarring, stretch mark scarring, from psoriasis or eczema scarring. So anything that has led to discoloration of the skin. Now, I'm going to give you some facts about the souffle, but first I want to tell you what always resonates with people, and that is the emotion of skincare. It is a very emotional, sensory purchase for a lot of people. They care about the science, but they want to know, how does it feel? How does it smell? And what's it going to do for me? And really, if you can remember those things and keep it simple and touch on those, you're going to have the best way to convey your information every time. So let's talk about the sensory experience of the Radiance Souffle. Words that are commonly most resonating with the people you talk to are going to be whipped, silky smooth, rejuvenating, refreshing, radiance enhancing, restorative, lightweight. People all want to know these things. Oil-free, as far as there's non-comedogenic, meaning it doesn't clog oils. And then naturally scented, so there's no artificial color and there's no artificial fragrance. Now we have a scent in there that is a citrus grapefruit scent, and there's been a lot of psychological studies on different scents, whether it be vanilla or musk or things like that. But we have found through psychological studies that when people smell grapefruit, it heightens and enlightens their senses, and they actually perceive the person who has the scent of grapefruit on to be up to 10 years younger than they actually are. Now, this was a study conducted by psychology. So it's got a very pleasing scent, and it's unisex. It could be for men or for women. But what you need to know about this is that it contains the first and the one and only natural root extract that is able to do two things: diminish on 3 different kinds of sunspots, age spots, superficial spots, and sun damage. It's able to diminish the damage that is already visible, and then where it goes beyond any other ingredient that's currently on the market, it's also be able to reduce and prevent future damage. So they call this pre-cycle and mid-cycle, meaning mid-cycle, the damage you already see, and what's more notable is pre-cycle, before the damage happens. Now, some of the statistics on this that are easy to, first of all, let them know it's a natural root extract. So typically when people get into skin lightening and brightening, they're used to things that are more aggressive. There's always disclaimers on there: keep away from the eyes, stay out of the sun, use a full coverage sunscreen, may cause peeling, may cause redness, may cause irritation, because that's commonly associated with skin and pigment lightening. We don't have any disclaimers. Now, of course, I still want you to use a sunscreen, but there is nothing that is going to cause any peeling, downtime, redness, or irritation. That's a really big plus. It doesn't interfere with other ingredients. And we're getting the benefits of the reduction in the spots. Let me read you these numbers. In superficial spots, that means just the most superficial discoloration. That could be from hormones. It could be from giving birth. It could be sometimes, you know, the little mask that you get after pregnancy. It could be from post-acne scarring. It can reduce the depth of that in 28 days up to 19%. Now, these are just after 28 days. The studies continue to go up to 56 and 60 days. 15% on UV spots. That means the sun damage that happens from the UV radiation. And brown spots, which are typically associated with age spots, 28%. These are really big numbers, because when you look at other ingredients like hydroquinone and retinols, which are the 2 most common lightening ingredients that have a lot of side effects, these really are proven to be almost on the exact same comparable level. And it's a natural root extract that no one else has and no one else is using yet. The other thing that this product does, it's multi-purpose. It is for balancing the skin. It has an ingredient in it that is for increasing and maintaining hydration naturally. Now, why that's important is if you have dry skin, you need to hydrate, but you don't want heavy creams, because this is a day cream. This is to be used every morning after the 2-minute miracle. It's lightweight, but it'll help to bring moisture to dry skin. if you have combination and oily skin, you may find that people typically stay away from moisturizing because they're afraid it's going to cause them more oil, maybe breakouts. This actually does the opposite. This helps your skin perceive to be hydrated. And slowly the oil production slows down. So you start producing less oil. In turn, you balance the pH of your skin. And the ingredient in here, Aqua Extreme, you don't need to remember that, but the ingredient, just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, has actually been tested for acne and eczema, two extremely, really common skin conditions. So this helps to cut down on the oil. It helps to balance the outside layer of your skin and thus reducing the possibility of bacteria to enter the skin and start causing what leads to eczema, psoriasis, and acne. So we're hydrating, we're balancing, we're reducing the tendency for skin conditions like eczema, acne, psoriasis. The ingredient is not only so effective after application, but 3 days later, after treatment, which they call the regression phase, because anytime you apply moisturizer, your moisture level spikes right up. But then it usually, after about 8 hours, in most cases, starts to go down. This shows 3 days later, on one treatment in the regression phase, it still has a sustained level of moisture. So what we're doing is helping your own skin retain moisture longer. I can tell you, I'm obviously, as a formulator, I'm not going to get on here and tell you I don't like my products and they don't work. But I can tell you, I have been using my own formulas for now close to 14 years. I have a long history with these ingredients, a long understanding of the science that goes with it. All of the actives that are in here are clinically proven to do and demonstrate what I'm telling you, because that's important to you. This isn't about a matter of just consumer perception where somebody thinks they look better, they think their skin feels softer, they think it looks more hydrated. These are actually clinically proven ingredients, and that matters to me, and it should matter to you, and it should matter to the people that you're talking to. So the Radiance Souffle, all I can tell you is ask someone to try this. It doesn't matter what else they're using. Ask them to add this on, ideally in the morning, every morning. Ask them for them to give you 28 days. And let them see what this does to your skin. I think you'll find the first thing everyone says is, I can't stop touching my face. The scent, the freshness, the texture, that whipped, light, airy feeling, get it into your own hands. It's the best way to understand the impact of what a product does. I could give you facts all day, but when you use it and you start to enjoy it and love it and see the results and feel the results yourself, you won't have to memorize anything I'm telling you, because your own passion will come through. Your own knowledge, your own history will come through. So that's pretty much the highlights of the Radiance Souffle. As I said, keep it simple. Interact with the person. Brown spots, age spots, discoloration, and lack of balance in their skin. Those will be your key buzzwords to talk to them about the souffle. All right, now the C5 Youth Renewal Serum. And once again, we're really focusing on bringing you ingredients that are not me too ingredients. We're not copying someone else's formula. Everything we do, I cherry pick. I sit and look at the data. I meet with the manufacturers of the active ingredients. I look at their studies. I sit with our chemists, and we really make sure we cherry pick the ingredients that will clinically be proven to make a change to your skin. Now, along with that is the one thing that you'll find most people are most worried about, besides brown spots, and actually in a poll, skin discoloration, people were more worried about than wrinkles and sagging, because skin discoloration will make you be perceived as looking older even than having wrinkles and sagging. So that's why I keep going back to that Radiance Souffle. But for anyone after the age of 25, our collagen at the age of 25 is at a maximum level. So is our elastin. And then, unfortunately, the bad news is after that, it's all downhill. And by the age of 60, we don't produce any collagen at all. That means we lose our elasticity. That means we lose the foundation of our skin. That means we lose the plumpness, the snap back in our skin. And there's not a lot of ways to put that back in. Now on the market, you'll run into products that may say collagen on the label. But so far in science, collagen is a really big molecule. And it is not yet proven that putting collagen topically on the skin will ever really get to the layers of collagen you need. So what's the best next option is companies look for ways to stimulate our own collagen. And up in maybe the last 7, 8, 10 years, probably 5 to 8 years more concentrated, you hear all about peptides. That's the rage, that's the science. You hear about Botox-like benefits, you hear about all different kinds of peptides. Peptides are communicators to our cells, and they are important because they actually will communicate to the collagen and they'll build the foundation of our skin. But up until now, the peptides have only been able to interact with 3 types of collagen. We have the only blend of peptide that has been clinically proven to be able to interact with 5 types of collagen. The benefit to you and to the users of our C5 is that we are able to clinically prove that we can optimize or stimulate collagen on a deeper level than other topical products. So when you talk to someone, if you don't want to remember all the science about, and most chances I can tell you, if anyone turns on the television, if they read magazines, everyone's talking peptides, so they probably heard of it. But the main takeaway is that we have an ingredient that is clinically proven to be able to go into the skin to stimulate what it takes to make your foundation of your skin stronger, to give you back the plumpness, to give you back the collagen, and to interact with elastin. And that is new science. Elastin is brand new. The elastin is the snap back in your skin. They always say to see how your elastin is, do a pinch test. Take your hand, hold it like this. I don't want to do this in front of everyone, but you can do it while you're watching. Pick up your skin, pinch it, and see how fast it snaps back. When you're about 7 to 15 years old, it's going to go right back. The older you get, the longer it stays in almost that PT. That's because we lose elastin. That's what gives you the snap back to your skin. So finding an ingredient that can actually interact with the elastin is brand new science. We're on the cutting edge of where now they're starting to go with even injectables and everything like that. That's where the studies are going. So we're able to change that. And that means then that you have a greater increase in collagen, plumpness, a decrease in sagging, and a decrease in wrinkle depth. And our studies show up to 128% on one of the levels of collagen, a 128% change in 28 days or less. That is huge. It really is a huge change. And what else is exciting about that is that peptides, all of the peptides, plateau. In other words, they've reached their maximum level of what they're going to do at around 25 to 28 days. Our studies go out 56 days on our peptide blend and still show an increase after 56 days. So, yes, you want to keep using the product usually to maintain, but ours keeps showing an increase going up the graph, continued improvement. So once again, asking someone to give, if they have concern at all, ask them about their skin. Do they see sagging? Do they see the lower jowl area? Do they see the crow's feet? Do they see loss of elasticity under the eye area? How about the neck area where they start to see the rings or the bands? Just that loss of plumpness and collagen. Get them on the C5. And I'll tell you what else, anywhere that you're starting to see loss of elasticity. We're going to soon have some new before and after pictures, but the areas for women, right where the armpit and it connects right here, it starts to get a little crepey. Right above the knee area, where you start to see some sagging. A skincare product doesn't know where you're putting it. It just knows that it's interacting with your body, with your skin, with your receptors. So really be conscious and clever in the way you're promoting this, because there's so many different concerns people have out there, and these are multi-purpose products. And that's a real advantage because, in this industry, a lot of our competition has a product that are instant products, but they don't have long-term data. And they're only used for specific purposes, maybe as an instant eye bag tightener. We're seeing a glut of that on the market right now. But that's all it does. It instantly removes the eye bags temporarily. As soon as you wash it off, it's gone. There is no long-term benefit. It can't be used on the neck. It can't be used on the knee. It can't be used to remove dry skin. It's not going to rejuvenate the skin. So really play up on what our strengths are, which is that we have multi-purpose products. We're streamlining skincare. I can tell you every woman, and now men are coming along, are using a cleanser. They're using a moisturizer. They're most likely using an anti-aging serum of some sort. So why not have it be something that you can provide them, that you've seen the data on, you know the formulator, you know the clinical data, and you know that you can prove that it works. I want you to have the confidence. One last thing I want to mention about the C5 Youth Renewal. When you put that on, it should be your nighttime product. Clean, dry skin. Serums always go on before creams. If someone likes extra moisture, there's no reason why they couldn't layer the Radiance cream at night as well. But always your serums, then creams. And you'll notice the serum at first goes on a little bit tacky. It's adjusting the pH. You can feel it working, and then after about 10 to 20 minutes, then the pH of your skin will readjust, and it's going to have a nice, soft texture again. You'll notice as you read the instructions, 2 pumps, face and neck. Some of our competition out there has maybe similar anti-aging products, and if you read, they'll say 5 pumps. We use concentrated ingredients in the serum. There is no water, so I'm giving you pure product that is at the highest concentration levels that have the clinical data on it. One last point on the C5 is that we all know that the environment plays a big role, actually even maybe greater than our genetics, in damaging our skin. They call it free radical damage. And before I got into skincare, I kind of thought it was a made-up idea that maybe was put out there to help vegetable growers and skincare companies sell more product. But once I really understood what the free radicals are, I get what they're doing to our cells. They start robbing our cells and breaking them down. And it comes most commonly, the biggest offender is something in the environment, that is from the exhaust of cars when it interacts with the sun. It's called photoreactive pyrene. You don't need to remember that, but it's when, that's why the environment, the more cars that we have out and the more sun, it's actually more damaging and aging on our skin as well. The ingredient in our C5 Restoration Serum is proven to be able to scavenge or eat up or counteract up to 98% of the free radical that is the most damaging, that leads to premature aging of the skin. So I kind of like to think of our C5 as an insurance policy too. I think if you take 2 women, I wish we could do this, but 2 identical twins together and have one of them using it and one of them not, and be able to check back in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And the person who is using something to help counteract, that is an antioxidant, will always usually come out ahead of the one that's not, because it really helps to neutralize free radicals and keep your cells intact so they're not in a continual degrading process. So I know it's probably a lot of facts. I'm hoping that you can play this back, take a couple key things that are comfortable for you. Some people are going to really get into the science and they're going to ask you a lot of questions. And now I've given you some things that you can baffle them with and let them know that you know what you're saying. But some people just want to know, how does it feel? What does it do? When will I see results? And they're really just very basic questions. And the best thing is to let them know, try it out. Give me 28 days. Use the system. Use the 2-minute miracle in the morning. Follow with the Radiance Souffle. Use the C5 serum at night. And in 28 days, have them check back with you. Keeping in mind that it's not like on the 28th day, it's magic, it starts to work. Usually within 3 days, 1 day, in 1 day they'll feel the difference, I can tell you that. But in 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, those little baby steps of them starting to notice the change in their skin, and then eventually other people noticing the change in their skin. And what I want to do is give you the products and the knowledge and the confidence to go out there, realize they are buying it somewhere, Let's make it from us, right? Let's give them products that work and help other people get the results they want. So thank you for Gigi letting me share the information. I really appreciate the time, and I appreciate all the work in the field. I know that a lot of times it can be intimidating and it can be frightening, and you're showing somebody something and you're almost hoping they don't ask you any questions about it, right? But it's really easy and it's really basic, and once you use it, you'll have that confidence.
Fantastic. That is brilliant, Shelly. I mean, just amazing. And I think they will be able to look at this recording. It's going to go straight to YouTube. So the link that we gave them will go straight to the recording. So they'll be able to go straight back and listen again, which is fantastic. One quick question. How long do you think the Radiance should last for? I know I've experienced a good 3 months, but is there something that people should be expecting on that?
You know, that's the one thing JM Ocean Avenue has done. They have given you very generous portions. If you look at actually across the board. And you know what, Gigi, I wish I had that graphic. Maybe at some point we can add that price compare graphic. But if you look at, and when I say competition, I mean, I mean friendly competition. There's a lot of products out there. There's a lot of good products out there. But the people that are making the most noise, if you look at how we compare, our products are really large sizes. Like typically an anti-aging serum is 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce. Ours is 1 ounce. Same thing with our souffle, and definitely the same with our 2-minute miracle. So you've got good sized portions. When you're starting someone on continuity, we don't want them taking 2-3 months to get through that souffle, because we want them to be able to use it in more places than once. So our hope is that it is a 30 to 45 day use. And to do that, though, you really need to be using it every day on the face, on the neck. Keep in mind, age spots, discoloration show on the hands before they ever show on the face, the décolleté area. So you need to be using it generously. And as I said, if you want to, it can be used day and night. I use it day and night, I would say most all the time. So 45 days is probably a pretty good judge.
That's great. Yeah, perfect. Now we also had a quick question about the demo jars that we're now calling them, which is the old packaging. It's not in the back office, but we've just had a message from Tuffy to say that it'll be back in on Friday, I think. So don't panic.
I guess the good news is that the products are starting to move faster than we initially had planned for. So we are restocking. I believe yours coming out of one of the warehouses, maybe it's Italy or wherever. So I think the plan is to have it back in stock, hopefully on Friday, but it's not discontinued. It's still there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as I said to you last weekend, on the last call, everybody, we're here in the UK definitely positioning the classic or the old packaging as the demo jar. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's a great way just to use for demoing. You can use it for your personal usage. It is also just a kind of a fallback if somebody wasn't so sure about the new packaging pricing. It gives you that confidence in the interim. But the new packaging just looks so fantastic.
It does. Thank you. And I like demoing, even like using the new packaging for my demos, the souffle and C5. You'd be surprised how many. A matter of fact, my mom's girlfriend Marcia is a great testament to this. She signed up and she asked if she wanted to get 2 sets because she just wanted 1 set to sit on her bathroom vanity. And she didn't want to touch it. She didn't want to use it. She didn't want to move it all around. People love the decadence and the whole look of this packaging. It looks good, and when something looks good, it feels better in your hand. It's funny. We used to do one of our products in a plastic pump. Then we went to a glass pump, which is a real prestige container. All of our customers said, "Oh, I love the way you changed the formula." Nothing changed. All we did was we did an anniversary. And we didn't even promote it as a change. We did an anniversary package on the HSN as a one-time premium package. But when something feels good in your hand and it looks good, the perception of the perceived value is higher. And I really think it's worthwhile to be able to show that. So even using your souffle I want to encourage you, when you're doing a hand demo, obviously you do the 2-minute miracle first, but always take the opportunity to go ahead and layer the other 2 products. And I like to do them on 2 different hands. I like to do the 2-minute miracle and the Radiance together on the one hand so that they can feel and see the difference after each step. And then do the C5 on the other hand, because it's a completely different texture. And you want to make them aware of the differences so that they know what it should feel like. So, you know, do your demo of your 2-minute miracle, but don't stop there. Always give a layered, what we call layered hand facial.
Absolutely. And it's, you know, that's the investment in your business, isn't it? To be able to show the product and give people that quick experience to try it. And then, as you say, if you can get them then to say, 28 days, I'm going to try this, then you've got a customer. We're pretty sure you've got a customer for life.
You know, Gigi, I like to get them involved. You know, it's funny, but when I had my salons, I noticed, and it wasn't just what I noticed, they did classes on this. When you hand somebody something and you let them participate in it, and then you take it away from them, they want it back. They want to feel that again. They want to get involved with it. It's different than you say, well, here, let me spoon this out to you. Ask them to hold the jar. Ask them to take some out with a stick and feel the application. Get your clients, your prospects, the downlines, get everybody involved in it. When it just is a different experience, and it's really all about that emotional connection to the product. It really is more than you'd think.
Absolutely. That is such great advice. Really fantastic. Now, I know you've got another call to go to, so I want to say to you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, you know, for coming on, helping us here in the UK to, you know, get out there and really promote the product. You are amazing. We all adore you. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
We will
special you are to me
again
soon. So thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See you everybody. Bye.
Everyone.